Coming up this week on Help I'm Stuck in a Podcast, Prime Day is coming! Fraser renamed people's pets. There's signs of alien life detected on Venus. Also, I went out for food on Friday night. A fun story to follow. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Help I'm Stuck in a Podcast! My name is Kai.
And my name is Fraser.
And we got a very, very exciting episode this week, haven't we, Fraser?
I know, right? I mean, signs of alien life detected on Venus? What happened there? Oh.
I think we're a bit late to that story, though, now.
Well, you know when it happened. You were like, oh God, why didn't we do that for the episode? Because we literally just recorded it.
We literally just recorded it, yeah.
Yeah, and then we saw it, and then we were like, oh God, this would have been fantastic. So now we've got it in this week's episode.
Hooray! And this is where we just completely forget all about it.
Everyone else is like, what? This happened again? No, you're just late. Oh, okay. As per, I guess, when it comes to stuff on the podcast.
It's fun. It's a nice bit of fun.
Go on then, tell us about the aliens.
Well, one's called Stephen. They have nice hairdressers.
Oh yeah, what's the hairdressers called?
Stephen.
Again, yep.
Yep, and they do like to go for nice walks along Venus, even though Venus is 90% gas.
Yeah, that's right.
And they also have to marry Stephen.
What I find very interesting is that
they're all called Stephen.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, that's pretty impressive, to be honest, how they've all managed to collectively, as a species, describe themselves as Stephen. No, they're all microbes, which live, well, obviously. So that's why they're going, oh my God, there's signs of life, because there's actually like microbes and stuff which are living. What I find interesting is we've never ever set foot on Venus. I mean, like, we haven't set foot on Mars yet.
We can't set foot on Venus.
Exactly, and we can't even stick, like, they've got the Mars rover over on Mars, so like we can have a look at that. They can't stick anything on Venus.
Oh, they can.
So like, I find it
Mars
super.
Rover. We'll get the Venus hover.
The Venus hover, but it's bloody hot.
Yeah.
I think the surface temperature is something like 500 degrees C, which is like 900 degrees Fahrenheit.
Let's have a look. How hot is Venus?
It's something like that. So like, if we send
degrees Fahrenheit, 465 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, so like if we send something metal on there, it would just melt. Because most of our metals and minerals melt at that sort of temperature, or at least completely warp to a point.
Instead?
What?
We'll go to Mercury because it's colder there.
It's bloody hotter.
No, it's not. Mercury's colder.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought Mercury's the closest to the sun.
It is, but because Venus is all gas, it's hotter.
Oh, it's like its own insulator.
Yeah, whereas Mercury has no atmosphere.
What's the surface temperature of Mercury then?
800 degrees.
Fahrenheit or Celsius?
Fahrenheit.
Oh, right. Okay,
So
well, not too much. Not too much.
Colder.
Yeah. Not too much then, but that's quite interesting because I wasn't expecting that. I thought Mercury was going to be very hot, like maybe 1000 C. Wow, that's good to know.
No.
Yeah, well, it's very interesting. I don't know. I still can't really find out how they found out that there's life, but I think it's to do with literally just observation.
It's like the clouds on there or something like that.
Yeah, here we go. Venus was observed from the JCMT in Hawaii, and the JCMT is a big fucking telescope. So, yeah, I guess from looking so close into Venus, they're able to see the individual molecules. Imagine that! That's crazy.
I can do that too if I stare really closely at my arm.
These dark streaks could be colonies of microbes surviving at a pleasant 30 degrees C, in brackets 86 F, temperature of the high clouds, although the clouds themselves are incredibly acidic, made of about 90% sulfuric acid. That's from the Sky News article about it. That's crazy!
Well,
wow.
You know what they say?
Not really, no.
Venus covered in clouds of sulfuric acid.
Oh, that famous saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard it a lot of times, to be fair.
Oh, I forgot. My nan always says that. She drops something. Oh, Venus is sulfuric acid clouds. I'm just like, Nan, you're so funny.
No. Venus is covered in clouds of sulfuric acid. Get that quote right.
Yeah, I can't get it right. You know, it's a tough one to remember. Well, clearly you can remember it. Big smart.
Yeah. I'm not just reading it.
No. Anyway,
Also,
so maybe this could be the sign of bigger things to
by the
come.
way.
Yeah.
Please ignore the that you might hear come past the microphone every now and then. A fly has decided to come into the room just as we press record, and it's now going everywhere
Well, that's
in the
just
room.
typical, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
pretty rude.
Yeah, get rid of him.
Yeah, bye, fly. This is where he just flies out the room. He's like, oh, okay.
You know what he's going to say when he leaves?
Buzz off. Oh no,
Yeah.
Venus
is
made...
covered in clouds of sulfuric acid. Yeah.
Oh, even the fly knows. How did I not know?
Yeah. Well, you know, you didn't listen to Grammy.
Yeah, sorry, Nan.
Yeah.
I'll listen.
Sorry,
now.
Fraser's Nam.
I'm gonna see her today
Yeah.
because, well, we've got haircuts and like we don't go to a hairdresser's or a barbershop or anything because we know somebody who does haircuts.
Yeah.
So we.
Oh my god.
What on earth is that?
That was apparently an alarm.
An alarm?
Yeah.
What, on your phone?
Yeah.
Is that what has to wake you up?
Yeah.
What, you've changed it from the music? Because you used to have...
No. I've got like 50 different alarms that go off in the day.
And what's that one, an air horn?
No, it's a song.
Oh my god, it sounded like an air horn from here.
Oh my god.
Kai was late, by the way. He was supposed to do the podcast starting at 1 o'clock. He sent me a message at 1:02 saying, I just woke up! I'm on 15 minutes!
To be fair, I was on in 13 minutes.
Yeah, you did make up for lost time, to be fair.
Exactly.
But that's just crazy how, like,
I
an
was
alarm...
trying to tell my dog Venus is covered in clouds of sulfuric acid.
Education.
Yeah.
Of course, he needs to do homeschooling now. Now all the schools are
exactly.
encouraging online classes.
Exactly.
They're not, stupidly, but hey. Anyway, let's move on to the next topic.
Gone?
I don't know, you choose.
Right, so, do you want me to tell you about my food?
Your food?
Yeah?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah,
Let's hear about Kai's food, eh?
So I went out for some food, and then the waiter told me, Venus is covered in clouds of sulfuric acid.
What is this?
And I was like, whoa, really?
I'm bloody missing this, aren't I?
Nah, so I had a practice, music practice on Friday night. Yeah. And afterwards I was like, okay, let's go get some food. So we went and got some food. We did a nice drive out. Forgetting it was kind of Friday, so everyone's out on a Friday, obviously. Especially like university students and whatever else.
Yeah.
So we got there. I parked up my car. Found a nice spot in a car park. Very nice. I think the car park cost me £2 as well for like 4 hours, which was pretty good.
That's cheap.
And I went out for some food. And we went to ZZ's. ZZ! And so I remembered when I went about, I don't know, 6 years ago to ZZ's. I had a taste card, which is a thing that gets you 50% off your order if you use it on specific restaurants. And I was like, oh, yeah, they're still counting that. So I spent a good like 20 minutes standing outside the front of ZZ's with my friends, and we were downloading this taste card because it had a 30-day free trial. And I was like, all right, cool. 20 minutes later, oh, it's downloaded, nice. Click on it. Where do you want to eat? Oh, ZZ's, yes. Okay, yep, that looks good. 20 minutes later, obviously, does not count on Fridays or Saturdays.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was really upsetting.
So you were still outside for like 40 minutes?
No, just 20.
Oh, just 20 minutes, and you weren't even able to make the most of it?
Nope.
That's so sad.
But I have got it now for the next 3.5 weeks.
You just need to go out.
Exactly.
Oh dear. Maybe this Friday when you do practice instead.
Yeah.
Or whenever your next practice is.
Probably Friday.
Yeah.
But we had nice food and it was very nice, as I said just then. Again.
Double nice.
And then we quickly went to the pub afterwards. And we sat in the gardens, yeah.
Yeah.
Very windy, but we sat in the gardens and everyone went on TikTok on their phones. And I'm the kind of person that likes to like lean over and like tap on like on something that's just stupid on someone's phone. So I kept doing it to my friend, and I kept doing it to the people behind me as well on like a different tape. No,
I was gonna say what?
No, just on our table. I was doing it on my friends, and at this point I drank about half my drink, and I was like, okay, that's fine, and by mistake I smacked my glass at one point. Whilst we were trying to like their TikTok, and smacked it all over them.
Oh, you idiot!
Which kind of it reminds me to the point where you remember when we were on the way to Orlando.
Oh yeah, here we go. I know where this is going.
The people just bought your food. The people just bought like the people. What's that? The stewardess. They just brought your food over. And I was like, oh, I think I was trying to say, can you film something outside the window for me? And I just smacked your plate of food.
Literally, you were stupid. You're a big, stupid, clumsy boy.
Oh, it was hilarious though. It was so funny. I remember I couldn't stop laughing for like half hour.
Maybe this is a yearly thing.
Well.
You haven't had much of an opportunity to do it this year, so now's your chance.
Sense. Yeah, that would make sense.
Get in while you can. Next time it's 2021. Right.
But it also reminds me, yeah?
Yeah.
Go on.
No, self-avoid you next year.
Well, it's been easy enough this year. I'm sure it'll be just as easy next year.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
But it also reminded me when I was about, I want to say 6 or something like that. My dad had to have an operation on his eyes because he smacked himself in the face with a shovel.
Oh my god, how?
He was digging something at night and he hit something and it flung in the shovel back up at his eye. Yeah. And then luckily he was alright for a few like weeks. And he said these like little gremlins started appearing in like the corner of his eye and he detached his retina.
Oh yeah, don't like medical. That's
So he had to have an operation on that, yeah.
Oh,
and me, my brother, and my mum all went up to London with him for the day of the operation. He stayed there for a couple of days, I'm pretty sure. And I think it was early one morning. My brother got a hot chocolate.
Yeah.
And my mum asked him what the time was. And whilst he was holding the hot chocolate, he just tipped it upside down to look at his watch.
Oh, what an idiot.
All over himself. And it took him like, I don't know, a minute to kind of realise what he'd done.
Runs in the family then, really?
Probably, yeah.
Oh,
I guess we go from my mum's side.
Yeah, must be.
I mean, we have different dads, so it makes sense.
Oh, dear. Well done. Silly.
Thank you. I think I am very smart. But yes, that was my Friday. Oh no, it doesn't end there. On Friday as well.
Wait, there's more.
When I went back to my car, I saw this big like puddle, I guess we can call it. And I was like, okay, step over that. Stepped over it to open my car door, stood back in it.
Idiot.
Yeah? Do you know what it was?
What?
Fucking paint. Someone had dropped a big tub of paint next to my car.
What? So it wasn't mud or anything. It wasn't like paint in a puddle. It was all just paint.
Yes.
Oh my god, that's
and
awful.
Like you can see like these footprints coming off this piece of paint as well, like along the street and whatever else.
No.
And I've just stood in this paint to go and try and get in my car after purposely avoiding it. And then the bottom of my shoes are currently they're not so bad now, but they were white. And then also the inside of my car right now and all the nice carpets is paint.
Oh no, that's awful. I feel so bad for you.
Yeah,
That's literally like your worst nightmare, and it's hard to get paint
pretty
off.
pretty much. But there's one thing that made me feel good about it.
You painted your carpet?
No.
New shoes?
No.
What's that?
I remembered the good old saying, Venus is covered in clouds of sulfuric acid.
For God's sake!
Anyway, moving on.
See, the sulfuric acid could just maybe burn away the paint.
Yeah, technically it would.
There we go. Just need to go to Venus, give your shoes a
Yeah.
wash in the clouds, and you're done.
Yeah, exactly. Fraser,
Yes!
what did you do on your birthday?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. No, I went out. So for those of you who don't know, it was my birthday on the 24th of September on Thursday last week. Well, hey.
Hey!
I don't know. Do you know what? I didn't feel like it was my birthday at all until it
that.
actually got to my birthday. Like, you know when you have the countdown to your birthday like, on a normal year, and you're like, yeah, I'm actually going to be aging or leveling up, as some people call it, in a few days. I can't believe it. It doesn't feel real, but you kind of acknowledge that it's definitely happening. I couldn't get it into my head that it was actually happening until it was happening. So, like, I woke up in the morning. Obviously, I had a day off of work. Thank God for that. That was so nice.
Woke up in the morning.
Yeah, I woke up in the morning at about, like, 10:30. I stayed in bed for a bit, and then I got up because we were leaving to go to Nando's for lunch.
Very nice.
Well, do you know what? I'm so glad that we actually got out and went to a restaurant, because I feel like...
It's a nice bit of, like, normality, isn't it?
Well, yeah, that, even though it did feel a little bit weird being there, especially as Nando's is completely different from how you order now. I'll get onto that in a moment. But it just felt nice being out the house, because it feels like you're actually out to do something. You're actually out properly celebrating and marking the occasion. Whereas if I did, let's just say, we originally planned on getting an Indian from this really nice Indian restaurant that we went to last year in the centre of Bath. And, oh my God, it was the best thing ever. We were originally thinking of getting that, but I was like, hold on a minute. One, I've had quite a bit of rice this week anyway, so I don't really want too much more rice. And two, I mean, I did get rice at Nando's, but we won't talk about that. And two, it would literally just feel like having an Indian takeaway. The thing which made it amazing last year when we went was the experience. So like they came out, they put like little starters in the middle of the table. They have like little heating pads. They have the nice Indian music going on in the background. Which made, set the ambience and everything. Whereas otherwise, if we like just got everything all at once and took it home to eat, you probably wouldn't eat it in the same way that you did in the restaurant. Because, you'd stagger your starters from your mains. You'd make sure that you're enjoying it and not dipping it in where things obviously are meant to be dipped, but you would eat the starter separately at a restaurant, whereas at home you might eat the starter and the main at the same time and combine the two.
Aye.
So I thought, well, do you know what? Because of that, it's probably not a good idea. It's just going to be an overpriced Indian, and you're not going to get the whole experience of when we actually went. So yeah, I decided, because my mum was saying, well, that's quite expensive, so if you wanted to, if you didn't go there, we could go Nando's and also have a Domino's in the evening. And I was like, oh, well, right, fine, let's do that.
That is a good deal.
It was. Oh my God, I'm never doing it again, though. I say I'm never doing it again. I will do it again, but it's definitely one of those one-off occasions, because I've never felt so bloated and full in my life. Oh my God.
Yeah,
I went to bed still feeling so full. And this was like, when did we have the Domino's? I think we had it at like 7 o'clock. I went to bed at like 1 in the morning. So we're talking 6 hours later, and I was still like, fuck, I still need to roll around. Anyway, yeah, back to the whole Nando's thing. Nando's was fantastic. It was so good going to Nando's for the first time since, I believe it was last year, or if not, then the start of this year, if I went to the cinema with Aiden. I can't remember if I
was going to say, the last time that I definitely went was when we went at Insomnia in the summer.
Yeah.
So that was a good
year. I know I've definitely been since that, because me and Aiden usually go to a cinema, and we used to when I had Meerkat Movies. And then sometimes we'd go to Nando's directly after, because there's Nando's literally right next door to the cinema. Excuse me. That was rude of me. The cinema. Yeah, so I know that I've definitely been with Aiden since then, but I can't remember if it was at the start of the year we went to the cinema or if it was the end of last year. So it's definitely been a very long time since I went to Nando's, and it's really nice being able to have Nando's and not just having the peri-peri salted chips here and having the sauces to pour on top our homemade chicken here. It's just not the same. So it was nice to go in. They've incorporated some new measures inside and outside the restaurant. So instead of queuing at the door, you scan the QR code on the front of the door. You can put in your name and number. I'm guessing that also includes track and trace. But otherwise, it's to log you into their queuing system. And then they say, right, you are number 2 in the queue. It's going to take 10 to 20 minutes. And you can go and sit in your car if you want to. Because if you're not outside, they do have markers on the floor to allow you to socially distance easily. But if you're not stood outside, you go sit in the car, they'll give you a phone call and you can come back in.
That's quite good.
Which I really like, to be honest. That's a really good system. And then the second thing, which is new, for those of you that have been to Nando's before, you would know that pre-COVID, it was only till service. So you sat down at your table, you get your menu, you make a note of table number, you go up to the till, and you order the food at the till, and they'll deliver it to your table. Well, now they finally got a table ordering service. So now you don't have to go up to the till at all. You scan the QR code that's on your table to open up the website. You can put in your table number. You sign into your Nando's account. So if you have a Nando's card, you've definitely already got one of them. So you sign into your Nando's account, you order as you would, and then next thing you know, it's at your table. Which, to be honest, I think they should keep that after COVID. It's going to be so much more efficient. Yeah, it's so much more efficient to what they had before, because they usually only have like 2 tills at most in most Nando's restaurants.
Like 10 minutes to get through to them or something like that.
Yeah, so if you've got like if you've got all your orders coming in at once, then sure, you might be technically queuing your order in the kitchen, but they can batch cook in the kitchen. They can efficiently prepare like multiple batches of rice in one go. You know, it might actually help. It might be a win-win for everyone. We don't need to queue, and they don't need to worry about inefficiently cooking food when they can just get like 3 orders for 3 tables done at the same time.
Aye,
so I hope they keep that. Yeah, it was really nice. And then in the evening went got some Domino's. Fantastic. Yeah, that's pretty much all I did for my birthday. It was quite nice.
Mine's coming up shortly. Yeah, mine's in like a month and a bit. And I was speaking to my mum yesterday because she said, because her partner said, "What do you want?" And I was like, I don't really know.
It's hard to tell, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. Like my 18th one is really memorable because I went to a bunch of concerts. I got my first tattoo. I travelled around the UK and I went to Ireland and stuff as well. So like that was like a really memorable one. Whereas this one, there's nothing happening. So I'm like, at this point, I'm happy with a fucking meal deal. You know?
Right, well, I'll make a note of that. It's a nice, easy one. What's your favourite sandwich?
Oh, you gotta go for the, you know those little baguette ones?
Oh, yeah.
You gotta go for a ham and cheese one of them.
Okay, ham and cheese baguette. Sounds easy.
Yeah,
what about your
really
drink?
Good. Ooh, we'll go with a Coke.
Okay, ham and cheese baguette with a Coke. What about your snack? Would you prefer a chocolate bar or would you prefer a packet of crisps?
Oh, you know what? Surprise me.
Okay, sounds good. That'll be your one wild card. Cool, right, that's your birthday present sorted. Enjoy.
Oh, yeah, let's go!
I actually don't know what to get people for their birthdays. It's
Neither
so
do
difficult.
I. That's why I got you a big bar of chocolate.
And honestly, that's going to take me forever to get through.
Yeah.
So that's going to last me ages. So I'm happy with that. That's really good.
We used to always do the thing where we get like Steam games and stuff, you know. But
well, that's it. Yeah.
I don't really play games that often. So
yeah,
I don't know. I
really
don't
hard
have
to
anything
shop
on
for
there
people.
anymore.
Yeah, there's only like a few games. I think there was only like 5 games on my wish list, maybe 6. And those are the only games that I genuinely actually want now. I used to put like games that I might want on my wish list, but usually like now I just get it for myself. I sort myself out like prior to anything, and then the other ones which I know I want but I just can't be asked to get at the moment because maybe I'm playing another game or I don't have time, and I'll just stick it on my wish list. So I got 3 games from my wish list. Tell you what, I'll go through a few of the things that I got for my birthday as well. So
I got them.
Obviously I got the massive bar of chocolate from you.
Yeah.
Aiden got me, do you remember those Cadbury Snaps where they're
I
like
do,
crisps,
I do. The crisp ones.
but chocolate.
Kind of like Pringles with chocolate.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
got a box of them, but they're not Cadbury. They're a different company, but they're pretty much the
Milk
exact
it.
same thing. So I can't wait to eat them.
Alright.
Aiden also got me a copy of Vacation Simulator, which is a VR game, which I'm looking forward to playing.
See, I just use his account for that.
Fair enough.
I've still got his account connected to my Steam.
Fair enough. Well, I sorted you right out then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seki, for those who don't know, that's Sekwat on Twitter. He got me Cyberpunk 2077.
Bloody hell.
He pre-ordered the game for me, and when it came through, I was like, "What the fuck, Seki?" Like, I literally sent to him in a message. The first message was "What the," and then in all capitals, "Fuck," because I just wasn't expecting that. That was just on the wish list, ready for when it came out. Because I've been talking to my manager about it. He's like, "Oh, you're gonna get it?" And I said, "I'll just wait till after it comes out, just in case it does a Fallout 76, even though it looks good." And then bloody Seki comes in 11:45 at night. Cyberpunk 2077. I was like, oh my god, that's crazy. Kendall got me what is it called? It's a game which is very similar to Papers, Please, and it's very similar to Not for Broadcast. I think it's Not Today. Let me just check now. And it's basically a game very, very similar to Papers, Please, where you're essentially working in the EU.
You're working on a border.
That's it. You're working on a border in the EU. And I really, really, really loved Papers, Please when I played it. I think this was like maybe 6 or 7 years ago. No, it's ages ago. But I loved it so much. And Papers, Please actually contributes to one of the highest watched videos I've ever watched. That I've ever watched. It's called Not Tonight, sorry. It contributes to one of the most highest viewed videos on my channel. Thanks, Jacksepticeye. So Not Tonight is a very similar version to do with EU, and it's very highly rated, so I'm looking forward to playing that. I got quite a few air quote shit posting games from a couple of people, including Will, who very kindly got me Ukrainian Ball in Search of Gas,
my favourite game.
and Fidget Spinner in Space. So yeah, thank you, Will.
Jealous.
And yeah, those are just a few of the games that we got there. And a couple of other things that I got was like cloves, because I've been asking for cloves. Quite a lot more chocolate. Oh my god, I am fat as a house now. And the main thing that my parents got me was a new chair. Because my chair that I had...
You got a new chair?
Yeah, it's not anything fancy. It's not like a gaming racing chair or whatever
You know
call
what?
them.
Stay away from them.
Yeah, well, I
They're
was
not
considering
the
one,
most
but this
comfy.
one's actually really nice.
What kind of chair is it?
It's very similar to the texture of my current chair. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's like a grey, matted
IKEA
grey
Malcolm.
fabric chair. Yeah, it's Malcolm from IKEA. That's what it used to be. But it got really dirty. Like, if you have a look at it now, the colour of what it used to be compared to what it is now, it's pretty dirty, and you can't really wash them, can you?
Yeah.
Or at least it's not easy to wash them. I'm pretty sure you can't wash this one at all because there's like no zip to take it off. Anyway, it's really dirty, and like one of the arms is slightly ripped as well. So I've got a very similar one. It is just like I can't really describe it as anything other than just like a generic office chair. It's got arms on it, which is it's hard arms now, which is good because the fabric arms on the Malcolm one, they can leave like imprints in your elbows. So to have hard arms, that's a little bit nicer, and they're curved as well. So if I want to lean back and put my legs up on the desk, which I like to do, then the arms aren't going to get in the way. And yeah, it's just nice to have a new chair. And it barely creaks. Like, hold on, I've got my old chair here as well. If I were to sit on my old chair, and oh my god, the old chair just reminds me how much of a dip I've got on there from where I've been sat there for a few years. If I lean back on my old chair, like that is crazy creak.
Crazy creak.
Yeah, that is a crazy creak.
Crazy creak.
Crazy creak craft. Whereas this new one, there we go. If I lean it back, nothing. Nothing.
Did you have it in your latest stream that you did?
Yes, I
Give me
did.
a second. I would like to have a look at it.
It's smaller in height, so it doesn't go up to like my head and stuff as it did before. But like, I don't really rest my head on the chair anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, so
Right,
that was a
let's have a
nice
skip.
new present. And yeah, I got some money as well from people. But like, oh god, when you pass 21,
You
you
got
don't
some
get
money
much
from
anymore.
PewDiePie?
Oh yeah, from PewDiePie, he donated like 50 grand.
Bloody
know,
hell.
we-
Is that the same? Is that the chair that you've got in? That looks like your old one.
It looks like it, doesn't it? But
Yeah.
nah, it's the same material, it's the same colours and textures, that sort of stuff. But it's just on a new chair.
Do you know
And
what
it's
brand
slightly
it is?
shorter. I've got no clue. Probably Argos. I don't know.
Yeah, that
Let me
would make
check.
sense.
Let's see if it's
Oh, I've gone down to your comments on that stream, Fraser. You've got people like Edith Barber, Saba Humphreys, Maya Delgado, Zion Stewart, and Prisha Bush.
Oh, are they all those
They're
bots
all-
going, oh my god, I
yeah.
love you. Oh my god. Click
Very
my bio."
happy, heart eyes, kissy emoji, heart, 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 heart.
Yeah, there's so many of them
I'm
now.
single, cry, cry, cry face.
That's a massive problem now. YouTube has really been hit by these wave of bots now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
All out of nowhere as well. And like I've blocked loads of them from my channel. And they're still
I've
coming.
blocked loads as well. It's hard to get rid of them.
I think
But
like
you know
I
what?
don't get hit too much, luckily, but I know I've blocked at least 25 of them. They still keep coming back.
Oh,
It's to the point where
100%.
I've just given up.
Yeah. You know what you need to tell them that'll make them really go away?
What?
Venus is covered in clouds and
I
sulfuric
should have
acid.
guessed. Oh dear. Well, yeah.
Right.
So that was my birthday.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Alright, I think we've got time for the final two things.
Go on then.
So you renamed people's pets the other day. What does that mean?
Well, I put out on Twitter yesterday, like just out of boredom, send me a picture of your pet, and I'll give it a new name.
Nice.
And I just got bored. I just thought, let's do it. I've seen people do a similar sort of thing before, where it's like, retweet this tweet, and I'll point my vuvuzela at your profile and take a picture.
Yeah, I've
things
seen
like that. So I just thought, I'm bored. Reply a picture of a pet, and I'll give it a new name. And 98 people have replied.
Oh, wow.
So a lot of my day yesterday was just saying random things to people's pets. So like Becky replied, Jack's girlfriend, for those of you that don't know. Although I'm pretty sure everyone knows. Becky replied
I
with a
might be
picture
seeing
of...
them in like next week.
I want to see them.
Yeah.
Pick me up along the
Should.
way.
That's a long diversion.
Oh, I see how it is. You wouldn't divert for me. Anyway, excuse me. Becky replied with Kong and Flossie. So I replied Bong and Hagrid.
Nice.
And
Hagrid's
then
bong.
I'm just gonna scroll through my tweets because like there's loads and loads of different pets that were tweeted. There was parrots, there was fish, there was lots of cats and dogs. There was even a couple of horses. So I've just been given random names. I'm gonna read out like a bunch in a list, and if this applies to you, well done. Here we go. So, Vauxhall Corsa, Sybil, Bruce and Wayne, Cat, Dog, Nappy, Autoglass Repair, Autoglass Replace, Steve and Steve, Freddo, Cat, Nugget Biscuit and German Hydroelectric Power Station, Bear, Minerva McGonagall, Starfish, Snow White, Bathtub, 200 megabits per second broadband, Goat, Ed, and Eddie, Spider Pig, Lord Graham Sr., Xbox 360, Melting Chocolate, Lawnmower, Carly Rae Jepsen, Travis Scott, Airbus A380, Monkey, Garfield, Duracell Battery, Dobby and Buddy, Spruce Sapling, British Airways, Ketchup, Car Battery and Freya, Vernon, Charlie Bucket, Caroline. I've just been given loads and loads of names like that. And it's got
Oh,
101
I like
likes,
it.
which is good for me.
Fair. Well
So,
done, sir.
So yeah, that was my day yesterday, and it's kind of spanning a little bit into today as more people are still sending their pets. But it's quietening down, luckily. I thought I was going to turn into a pet rename into a Twitter account.
Well, you could have.
Yeah, probably.
Something you said in that, I can't remember. I think it was the starfish one. What did you say about starfish?
Oh, I called someone's pet Starfish.
Right. So something that reminded me of that is I saw this yesterday.
He's gone and sent me a picture of Patrick Star. On the left-hand side, it's like a shady looking.
It's Oogie Boogie from Night Before Christmas, the beginning of the
Yes,
song.
that's it. I forgot what it was called. So on the left-hand side, yeah, there's that, and it says, "I am the shadow on the moon at night." And then on the right-hand side, because it's in the same shape as Patrick Star, it's just Patrick Star looking angry, going, "No, this is Patrick!"
I don't know why it reminded me of that, but it did. It was good.
Brilliant. I haven't seen that before, so that's a good one.
No, I haven't either. I think that was quite good to see.
Yeah.
And finally this week, Fraser, what is coming?
Prime Day is coming! I don't know why we're so excited about it, to be honest. Hooray for sales and stuff where we all fall.
13th to 14th of October.
That's it. On the 13th to the 14th
hell.
of October. So for one, I think that's a weekend only. Everyone gets discounts if you're a Prime member, which gives me an excuse to get Prime again. Because I have been wanting to buy some things, but I've been putting it off just because I no longer have Prime and I don't need it urgently and I don't want to spend £5 on postage. So this will give me a good reason to get Prime again. And hooray for consumerism. I will probably buy things that I don't need.
Oh, install Amazon Assistant and get £5 off your next purchase of £25 or more.
Wait, hold on. Where's that?
Go onto the Prime Day thing.
God, well, if that's the case, then I'm going to be downloading
Have a little
that.
scroll down quick.
No way.
It says install Amazon Assistant to save £5.
Spend £10 with small businesses and save £10 on Prime Day. You could get something for free.
Yeah.
Spend £10 with small businesses and save £10. Hold on, let's have a look at this. Where's this deal? I don't see this deal. Maybe it's going to be like, oh, you've had a similar deal in the past.
I'm sure
Oh, no, hold on. Oh, no, yeah, I've missed it. Because I know in the past there was something where it's like top up £80 and get like a tenner for free.
Yeah.
And that was when I was building my computer. So I topped up £80, got a tenner for free, spent it all immediately because, I was going to be spending money anyway.
Hell yeah, man.
Spend £10 and save £10. God, you can
That's
literally
pretty
get
good.
free things unless there's like a terms conditions thing, which is like, spend at least £20. I wouldn't be surprised.
Please spend £20. Please.
I wouldn't be surprised because they have done this previously.
Oh yeah, of course they have.
Where it's like, oh yeah, you can get £10 off. Oh, hold on. No, you have to spend £10 and then you get £10.
Right.
So
that
it's not
makes
like
sense.
a get £10 and then you'll get £10 off your purchase. You'll be rewarded £10 after you've made a qualifying £10 purchase.
Interesting.
Oh, well, I guess it's good if you know you're going to be buying multiple things.
See,
but
I'm more looking forward to like Black Friday this year.
Oh, God, I don't even know how it's going to go. I feel like it's going to be
Neither do
completely
but-
underwhelming across the board because like businesses are going to
for
be...
sure.
Businesses are going to be struggling. They're going to be like, oh, we can't afford sales this year. I know like some businesses really profit from Black Friday, even with sales
sure.
on. But I just feel like most businesses are going to be like, yeah, we're on rocky water. And most customers are also going to be like, yeah, I'm on rocky water. So it's going to be a tough one. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how it goes as well, to be honest. But
You got anything in mind that you want?
no, I've hardly ever bought anything throughout those sales, on all of them, and I usually just look at them and I'm like, oh, that'd be nice to get, and then scroll past and never look at it again.
Most things, like on Amazon, it's just things like chargers and lights and that sort of stuff. And most people buy them. There's never really anything like... Do you know what I wish they would do? I wish they would promote something that's like obscure and different and something that people wouldn't usually get.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Like I know a sale is a sale, but it would be nice if they also try and promote something which is usually unseen. Because I'm so fed up of just scrolling through electronics and technology and computer accessories and smart gear and just seeing things like Alexa-enabled light switch, charger, free charging cables for £1. I guess some like the wireless pads are good, but I don't have any wireless technology yet. But yeah, it'd just be a win-win. Do a little bit of research and I'll probably get it.
Yeah.
But I guess that can also apply to me. Do a little bit of research. If you look deep enough, you'll probably get it.
Yeah, exactly, Fraser.
Anyway. Oh, and also the knockoff AirPods and stuff as well.
Oh, in the arcades that are close to here, yeah?
Yeah.
they've got, in all those 2p machines, they've got like hundreds of knockoff AirPods.
Oh, God.
And after I went probably like a month ago now, I went on Facebook Marketplace, and the first thing I saw was those knockoff AirPods.
How much were they going for?
Oh, like 10-15 quid.
Oh, dear.
I think that's
no point, really.
No. But people see it and they're like, oh, AirPods, yes, I like AirPods.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Some of them are genuinely good, mind. But
some are, yeah, but most of them...
I think you want to spend at least £50 rather than £10 on that, just so you know you're definitely getting at least some form of quality, at least some form of battery life, and then you're fine.
Yeah.
And it won't be too upcharged then for being underneath a big brand like Samsung or Apple.
Samsung. Right, well, I think that there marks the 40-minute mark, Fraser.
It does.
Ish.
About something like that, yeah.
Just after, I think. So, thank you very much, everyone, for listening to this week's episode of... Help! I'm stuck in a podcast! We upload this podcast every Wednesday here on Spotify, and also if you want to find out any information about the podcast in general, you can do so on our Twitter at Stuck in a Podcast, and also follow us on our personal Twitters at KairosBests and at FraserIRL. Also the same on Instagram, except mine is KairosBest, not Bests. And then Fraser is FraserIRL, and then on YouTube, KairosBest and FraserIRL, and then yep.
Yep, that's about it.
Yep. Cool. I don't know if I've missed anything. I'm sure I have, but whatever.
Well, thanks for listening, and don't forget...
do not forget the most important thing. Venus is covered in clouds of sulfuric acid, bitch!